Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is 10 o'clock. We are officially back on the air. I hope everybody is doing okay on this beautiful Thursday night. And, man, we got a very special guest, man. I've been working with this brother for a while, maybe about a month and a half. And we have Anthony Alexander live with us on this beautiful Thursday night. Good evening, man. How you doing?
Oh, man, I'm doing great, man. Wonderful, man. How you doing?
Man, I can't complain, man. It's been a busy month, busy week for you and me. And I want you to before I interview you, man, I want you to introduce yourself and let everybody know who you are and how did you come about.
Yes, my name is Anthony Alexander. I'm the founder of Found Our Mission, an organization of 5 missing people. We give assistance to the strangers, any help that they need. I have a good, solid team that is backing me and making help and with any service that the families need.
Right. So let's talk about this, Anthony, and I'm very curious. I need you to talk up a little bit. I want us to talk about your organization. How does your organization come about? Can you hear me?
I couldn't hear you.
I said, how does your organization come about? Hello?
Say what was that?
I said, how does your organization come about?
My organization came about, man. I kept looking at all the different posts that people posted about people being trafficked and people being missing, man. And so I decided to make it a Facebook group called Find Our Mission. Mm-hmm. I had a page in 2013 called Find Our Mission, and but I decided to make it a group to get more response from people, to put the word out there more, man. And so once I did that, man, everything just started falling into place, man. It brought us to different people who are vital in this industry, man. And
right.
It allowed me to look at what you too.
Right, exactly, man. And I tell you what, it's been an honor working with you for the past month, and we have been able to accomplish so much working together in the community. With me coming along, working with the PR side, and public relation, and really getting the word out about this first case. This actually me and your first official case together. Let's talk about that, man.
Yeah, man, we got a chance to work on the Lacey case, man. A beautiful family, man. You know, we did a couple of searches to try to find him, but you know, we especially the outcome wasn't something that we was hoping, but we gave great assistance to the family, man, and you know, we are still in touch with them, man, until the very end, and until the killers, you know, it is found. And so we got a lot more cases to work on that came through this week, and it's an everyday process, you know.
And I want to say this about you, brother, man, because, Anthony, you work so hard. Every single day when I'm talking to you, you working. You can be talking to me on the phone and you still talking to other. I mean, serious though, man. And let me tell you what type of work ethic you got. You can be talking to me, but you still working. You still talking to other people, getting the business taken care of. Yeah. And you always have, since I met you, work very hard, man. And you take your job, everything you do, you take it very serious. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, I really do. It's funny because some people ask me how to work. I work at an 8 to 5 job. You know, this is something that I'm very passionate about, man. And so I give my all. our goal is to have this in every state, in every city. And so, I'm happy to report now that we have Houston, man. And also,
Yes.
we have Florida too now. So we built a team around Florida too, man. So that's two, within the past month.
Okay. Wow. So let me ask you this, Anthony. What do you think that you're doing that nobody else is doing?
You know, I can speak for our group, man. We really have a good, solid group, man, that actually want to get away from Facebook, just from posts, and actually go out to these families and meet these families face to face and form a search party. And so it's more action than talk. Mm-hmm. We have people on our team that are able to register them, with the national kids for the missing. And so we have people, man, that are actually workers in the community, workers, they just don't talk. They just don't sit or post. They actually get out there, boots on the ground.
Man, and you know what? That's what I love about your organization, man. You're not just out there talking about it, you being about it. And you working with so many different organizations. You're not just working with one or two, but you're working with, like, our organization,
Mm-hmm.
United My Justice, who help family get justice. So, that's a good combination. Our organization and your organization put together,
Absolutely.
we can make changes in the community, man. That's what you do. I want to talk about some of the other people that you working with. You mentioned that you're working with the Houston family, and you also working with the Florida people. Let's talk about the Houston family, man, because you've been working with Tiffany over there in Houston. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, Tiffany is great, man, at what she does. She is somebody that you want on your team because she gonna find out information. She just had this other girl that been missing. I think she been trafficking, man. And Tiffany got to where this girl was at, and were able to contact the FBI. They did a sting operation and brought the little girl home. And so,
wow,
that's kind of people we needed on our team.
Dude.
We also partner up with the organization that is called Diamonds of the Green. And what they're going to do is for all the girls that get trafficked, they go through this process of they're not the same. And so they are willing to monitor, to mentor these girls, to bring them back, to what they once were.
Wow. And also, let's talk about, are you going to also be partnership with Greyhound? Because I was told that Greyhound helps the kids get back. Are you going to be partnership with them?
Well, what happened with Greyhound for the month of January? January was a human trafficking awareness month, and so January, Greyhound offered free rides to anyone who was trafficking, offer rides to go back home. But that's not something that they're going to do in February. Which I think if we push forward, I'm sure they'll help and accommodate.
Wow, I think that's going to be a really good thing if we can get that, because as soon as you find out where the kid is at, it's going to cost money to be able to send that, not only that kid, but that person back home. Well, we're not really worried about the grown-ups. We're more worried about that, that young child that may not have a way to get back to his parents.
Right. I mean, we see cases where the girls wind up in Florida, get trafficked to Detroit, or they in Dallas, you wind up getting trafficked in Florida or Detroit or anywhere else. So that is, I applaud Greyhound for offering that assistance to them.
Let's talk about this too, Anthony, because while we got you on the phone line with us live, for those who just now tuned into us, right here on Channel 9 TV Network. We're talking to Anthony Alexander. He's the president and founder of, what is it called? Oh, wait a minute, I got it. Find our missing DFW. But I'm telling you, I'm tongue twisted today. But he's been working with this organization for a while, and now I gotta ask you this, Anthony. You are in the process of getting this organization to be a non-profit organization. Tell us about that.
Yeah, in the process of we're doing so many different things. We are in the process of becoming a 501c, which is great. We are currently now working on our website, working on a app too. So be for your smartphones and for our phones. Mm-hmm. And so we also will have a hotline too for anybody to call us. You can call us direct, and it'll be 24/7. So if you need help, we got you covered.
Wow, that's amazing, Anthony. I am so proud of you, man. I'm just impressed that we finally got an organization out there that's willing to work with everybody in the community, because it takes a village to raise the community. It takes a whole village. So, and what you're doing is out there saving somebody's soul. I mean, saving their life, saving them from this trafficking, man. And let me just add, because I didn't realize that this trafficking thing was this bad. I didn't think it was that bad with kids, with people being. Let's talk about that, man. Kind of educate the viewers that's tuning into us on TV tonight. Kind of educate them on this trafficking, because a lot of people still don't understand what the word trafficking means.
That rally, oh man. Yeah. Can you repeat the question one time?
Yeah, I was saying, explain to the viewers out there what the word trafficking means, as far as what's going on with the kids, how the kids and people are being trafficked, in Fort Worth and Dallas. Let's talk about that.
You said talk about the kids that have been trafficked in Dallas?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, unfortunately, if you watch the news and see a lot of feed that's been happening, a lot of cases are coming out of Dallas and Fort Worth area. For some reason, there is a spike. They think that kids are easy targets, and so a lot of these people are trying to take your kids in broad daylight.
What?
In stores. I've seen cases where a mother is walking down the street with their child, and here comes somebody trying to snatch their child. And so these people are becoming so bold that they will do it in daylight. They don't care if it's a surveillance camera. They don't care if people are around. They have gotten so desperate where all they want is to take your loved one.
Let me ask you this, Anthony, because this is very important. When they take these kids, what are they doing? Are they having sex with these group of kids? Are they prostituting these kids, making them prostitute? What are they doing when they get these kids?
Some of them are. Some people are absolutely sick. So either they want to take the kids and completely brainwash them, get them out this area from another state. So either they're going to be groomed to be sex trafficking, or either they're going to take their organs.
Wait a minute, Anthony. Repeat that one more time. Let's talk about the organs, because a lot of people, because I've been kind of doing research on that, and this organ thing is very serious about it. These people are actually killing the kids and killing people, and they actually taking their organs. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, man, and it's been going on for such a long time, especially in the Chicago area, where a lot of kids came up missing. Nobody knew exactly what happened, where they was at. The price of your organs is is so high. The black market or organ harvesting, however you want to call it, is such a huge market. It is almost $1 billion industry. The United States, Mexico, and the Philippines are the highest. The highest.
That is sad. That is really sad, man. So, and let's talk about the African American, because it seems like we have more African Americans who are coming up missing. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, I think now with social media that we're able to see a lot more things that we haven't really seen before as we was growing up. You know, all the thing we had was the milk carton or maybe a news story every now and then. But since we have social media, you know, we have a better database. You know, that we can tell. You know, who's is missing the most, whether it's black or is it white. But for some reason, it is true. Our blacks are the most sought after than any other race.
Let's talk about this because I think people need to know what's going on. What advice would you give to those out there like myself who have a 13-year-old son who have kids? What advice would you give to us to make sure that our kids become safe? Let's talk about that. Because I think we need to give tips out to those families out there who don't know what to do, or they want to make sure that they keep a good eye on their kids, but at the same time, they want to make sure that they trust their kids. And a lot of them feel because we in our neighborhood that our kids cannot come up missing. Let's talk about that.
Right. We have to, every day that we get up, every day that we walk outside, whether we go to the mall, whether we walk, go walking down the street, walking to the park, to the lake, we have to be in defense mode, which means that you have to be aware of your surroundings. Mm-hmm. So, you have to. These days, you have to have some type of protection on you. You need to take self-defense class. Put your child in self-defense class, so that child has to protect itself. If mom, dad is not there, brother, sister not there, that child have to defend itself. So I encourage you to put your child in self-defense class. It is very helpful. Mm-hmm. We working with somebody now who's willing, to get free lessons and classes on self-defense. And so this is very important.
And you know what, man? I am definitely interested in putting my 13-year-old son in some kind of self-defense class because we had to, it got so bad. And that's another thing we need to talk about on another show. But because we got 11 more minutes, 12 more minutes left before we end this interview. I decided, Anthony, to put you on as a special guest the whole 30 minutes, so the whole 28 minutes, so we can talk about what's going on. But I want to talk to you about this, Anthony, because a lot of parents out there may not be able to afford the self-defense class. Is it affordable for the parents out there? Let's talk about that.
Right. Self-defense class can be very pricey, and so that's why we are teaming up and have teamed up with different instructors, and so they are willing to, teach free classes on self-defense, which I think everyone should take advantage of.
Okay. So if they want to know more information about the self-defense class, do you have can we give out your number? Okay, I'll tell you what we'll do, Anthony. Your number is being shown on our TV stream right now, okay? So, for those who want to know more about the self-defense class, get in contact with Anthony. We got this number on the screen. We're going to keep this number on the screen for the rest of the show. So people that want to know more information about getting in contact with him, you can get in contact with him about that. Now, Anthony, let's talk about this, man, because again, a lot of parents out there like myself who are very concerned and don't know really what to do. I want you to talk to those parents out there who got 5 or 6 different kids, even one child. Well, just give them some advice, man. I'm gonna be quiet and let you talk to the people.
Get them some advice about. I'm sorry,
get them some advice about what to do if they get into a situation that their child could be in danger.
Yes. For us parents, and I'm a parent too. I have two kids as well.
Okay.
We need to educate ourselves on the reality, on what is going on out there. You can't just send your child outside and you stay in the house while your child is playing. Unfortunately, them days are over with. And so we have to be aware as parents, the reality of what is going on. Mm-hmm. And so if we need some more insights on this, if we need more education on this, more training on this, we can offer help to any parents that have kids, because you have to be aware and don't ever think that it won't happen to your child. Because I tell you now, millions of others thought the same thing, and they woke up and their child was gone. Mm. So do not ever be in denial about the reality.
Man, thank you so much for that. Let's switch gears real quick, because I want to talk about the big march coming up, the Silent March. Well, we got to talk about the gun violence that's killing our young people. It's happening across the country, but especially in the Fort Worth, Dallas area. Let's talk about that.
Oh my goodness. We have a crisis on our hand. We have a crisis on our hand where people are literally dying by the hands of guns every day. If not every day, it's every other day. It is too often we turn on the news and we hear the same old story. Another person got shot, male, female, or child. All happened within a week. A child died by the hands of a gun. A female died by the hands of a gun. A male died by the hands of a gun.
And you're right, and it continues to happen. And this is the reason that we decided that it was time to do a change. And yes. What do you say to our young people out there? Because it seems like the gun violence is happening among them, and we need to find out where are they getting them guns. Let's talk about that.
Man, our city leaders, I have not seen no press conference. I haven't seen them on the news addressing this issue. I haven't seen none of them come to the forefront to address this issue, So I applaud you because you came up with the idea of wanting to do this, on March the 7th. And so it's people like you in our community that cause a change to happen.
Well, not only me, man. I'm just part of it, man. But it takes us all to come together. And you, as soon as I brought the idea to you said, let's do it. And that's what I love about you, man. Because when I bring the idea to you, or you bring it to me, or you bring an idea, we don't just talk about it. We organize and we be about it. And that's the problem that we're having in our community, because a lot of people, they talk about it. We ain't got time to be talking about it. If we're going to do it, we're going to do it. If we're not going to do it, ain't no sense in wasting nobody's time. We here at the community, we have to do something about all this gun violence that's happening. It's too many of our babies, and this is seen to be who are dying quicker. Our babies are dying in the middle of the streets, are getting killed. Yeah. They're getting younger and younger every single day. Let's talk about that, brother. We're talking about 13 13, 12, 11, 10, 8, 7, 1 years old. Let's talk about that.
Man, bullets do not have an age. Bullets do not have an age. And so when we see this, we have got to address the issue. And again, the issue is not the gun. The issue is that guns are in the wrong hand when people don't have respect for life.
Yes.
That is what we're fighting for. Tougher laws.
You're right. And we gotta find out where these kids are getting this gun. And when we find out where these kids are getting this gun, the parents need to be responsible. Whoever is giving these kids this gun, even if they steal it, somebody got to be held accountable when it come down to these guns. If the gun was, if somebody lost their gun or their gun got stolen, you got to be a little bit more accountable about these guns, man, because we cannot continue to allow murder to happen. And I don't understand, Anthony, why is it that our mayor is not saying like this is a state of emergency right now. This is a state of emergency on how many of our kids are being murdered by guns. Let's talk about this, man. Is it for you? Do you believe that this is a state of emergency on black young boys and girls?
Yeah. It is a state of emergency. And you know, the reason why they don't move, the mayors don't move, because it's not happening to them. It's not happening in their neighborhood. It's not happening to them. Until it happened to them, then they want to address it. But all the while, we've been preaching and singing the same song. Hey, y'all, we have a crisis. We have a state of emergency. Help.
You're right.
Where y'all at?
You're right.
Know,
Anthony,
they have not answered the call.
Right. And so, what do you think the community, because we got a minute and a half left, well, we got 2 minutes left. What do you think the community can do to make sure that this don't happen in their neighborhood? What should we be doing as a strong community? Well, do you think we need, I know we need to be the eyes and ears, but should we be talking to Ray Ray down the street? If Ray angry and upset and ready to kill somebody, how should we approach Anthony? How should we approach Ray Anthony?
Yeah, I think the biggest, one of the greatest things that we doing is we actually going downtown Fort Worth where they do all the laws down there. So
all decisions. Thank you. All decisions that are being made
to them.
Yes. And that's what it's all about, y'all. And that's something that we definitely going to be working on. Anthony, man, I want to thank you so much for taking out your time to talk to us here at Up and Down Magazine TV, right here on channel9tv.com. Tonight's our first night back on the air. And Anthony is going to, Anthony, you want to say shout out to anybody real quick? Go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
You got, I need you to say a shout out to your group, man, because I know they tune in to us.
Yeah, man. Let me shout out to Fire I Missing the whole group.
Yeah.
April, Bambi. I get in trouble every time I hear my name.
What about the Houston office and the Florida office? You want to say anything to them? Shout out to them.
Man, Houston. Shout out to Houston, y'all.
Shout out to Tiffany. Tiffany over there in Houston. She's been on my Facebook page for lots. So shout out to Tiffany out there in the Houston area. We hear you loud and clear, Tiffany. You're doing a great job. Am I right, man?
Yeah. Shout out to Tiffany.
And Anthony, one more time before we let you go. We got a minute left. What I want you to do is give out your phone number if they want to know more information. Get in contact with you.
Okay. Sure, y'all can call me at 682-559-6932. And again, it's 682-559-6932.
And y'all heard it first right here on Up and Down Magazine TV. And again, we'll see you again tomorrow on the same station right here on Up and Down Magazine TV.